Big boy.
This is our 5-inch, just our regular original swim bait. So this color right here is called Payback Shad, and I'm going to show you all how to rig it, how I like to rig it. Different ways you could rig it. I like the Owner Flashy Swimmer. You could also rig it on an Owner Beast hook if you don't want the blade. I like the blade in some situations I don't, but right now I'm just going to use the Flashy Swimmer. This right here is an 8/0, so I use an 8/0 for the 5-inch baits. I'm going to show you all how I do this. So again, we got a twist lock here, as you can see right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the twist lock in the nose of the bait. So thread it on there, just like that. Now here's where I do it different from other people. Our baits, when they're poured, they're hollow on the inside. So I'm going to take a knife here, a razor knife, razor blade, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to cut a line straight down the belly of the bait. And I'm actually going to enter that cavity that was created when we pour these baits. So I'm going to get in there. I'm going to now, all you need is a little slit and then just rip it the rest of the way back. So now the inside of the bait is open, just like that. What this is going to allow you to do is rig your bait extremely straight. So, and I'll show you another reason why we do that here in a second. So now the bait's open. I'm going to take my hook, run it inside the bait, so inside the swim bait. And now you can actually see exactly where that hook lies. Now depending on the color, some of them you can't. This one's a little bit more transparent, you can see through it. So I'm going to rig it straight, bring it right out the back, just like that. As you can see, straight swim bait, straight on the back. And what I like to do is I'll leave the hook out. I never bury the hook. So if you guys are missing fish out there, that might be part of your reason. If you go, some people like Texas rig it to where it's weedless. I don't do that. It'll go through a ton of grass just like this. Fishing out here in Guntersville, you know, lakes down in Florida, Toho, Kissimmee Chain, this is the way to do it, just like that. So I run it like that. Here's where I do it a little different. I take a toothpick. So we're gonna take a toothpick here. I keep a box of toothpicks in my boat just for this. So take a toothpick. And what I'll do, now, when you cast this bait over time, this hole's gonna wear out, okay? The hole that you made in your bait's gonna wear out and your bait's gonna start sliding down the hook, or your bait's gonna actually slide off the hook. So what I'll do is I'll take a toothpick, I'll come here, make sure my bait is perfectly straight. I'll take my toothpick and I'll insert it right here on the side of the swim bait. Okay, so it's gonna look just like that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take me some pliers and cut the sides off of it. Get real close to the bait, cut the sides off. And you're gonna think, oh, it looks stupid, you got a piece of wood hanging out of it, but it really doesn't matter. Now what that's gonna do is allow the bait not to slide up off the hook. As you can see, I'm pulling on it, it's not coming off. So that's gonna actually allow the bait to stay on there, it's not gonna come off. And then when a fish bites on it, another thing with slitting the belly is it's gonna have so much more bite. Look at that. When it collapses in the actual bait, look at how much hook is there to hook them. So that's a little tip for y'all, little way to rig up this swim bait. Again, this is the 5-inch, and this is on an Owner Flashy Swimmer. There you have it. That's that setup.